Hello everyone, and welcome to the start of my next playthrough. Today is going to be the start of my Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy playthrough, which this is my favourite game of all time, and there's probably a lot of people who have never even heard of this. This game came out all the way back in 2002, originally for the PlayStation 2, and was the successor to Crash Bandicoot, made by Naughty Dog. Now, the version I'm playing is actually being ported over fully to PC, which is why the graphics look way higher quality. So I'm actually recording this on something called OpenGoal, which is where this game was fully ported over to, which is absolutely amazing. But without further ado, you can see that I've had several files on this, which I've been playing all the time. This is basically the game that I play at least once or at least 3 times a year. So I've wanted to do a playthrough of it because this game is very near and dear to me. I'm not sure how many people will watch this as a playthrough, but this is the game that I've wanted to do for ages. We're just going to hop straight into it.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose, and why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy, oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
I'm trying not to talk over the
What are we doing here
cutscene.
anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? Jak, I think we're in trouble! Ow! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
Oh, the music bugged. This isn't supposed to be silent. The only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island. That's right, and then Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath in a bathtub filled with dark eco. Look, old man, are you going to keep yapping, or are you going to help me out of this mess? I'm just going to stop there. The game's meant to have voice acting. I'm not sure what happened. I'm guessing that's an open goal glitch. But I guess I can go over the premise of the game, seeing as the cutscene isn't working properly. So this game's a platformer, and basically it's a collectathon as well. So Daxter got turned into, well, basically an ottsel, which is meant to be a hybrid between a weasel and an otter. You've got to turn him back into his human form.
The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Right, and that is the end of the cutscene, so we now get to control Jak. So, Jak has a few little tricks up his sleeve. He can double jump with X, he can spin, do a kick attack with circle. If you press X, you get to zoom in first person, which will be useful later. And then if you press square, you get to punch. Other moves include crouching and then jumping, which lets you jump higher than usual. You can also do a punch uppercut as well.
This device is
And
a
you can also
communicator.
roll jump.
With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
And then lastly, there's a dive bomb here. So, as I've played this game many, many, many times in my life, I already know the majority of the tricks and even some of the speedrun tactics, although there is one tactic I can never do, and I've been trying for several years, which is boosted uppercutting. It's the one trick I can't do. I know how to zoom walk, I know how to do, basically to do a boosted you gotta just walk over a platform, and then it works like that, but I just can't do it consistently. But that is the thing that most speedrunners do, to skip over the game. But anyways, enough of me yapping, let's let the game explain how it works.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
I reckon this will be my shortest playthrough other than Mario Kart Double Dash at this point on my channel. And I'm not going to do any of the...
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav zoomer.
I'm not going to do any of the major skips, as well as the speedrun strategies. I will still show you where you can do some tricks to make your playthrough faster. We also have the save thing here. And then we've got these here, which if you try to break them...
Sometimes you'll want to hit things with a greater force. To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air, and then dive down onto it, hands first.
There's actually multiple ways in which you can break these.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
So you can jump dive onto them, you can also do a crouch uppercut, and that also bursts them open, and I'll show you the other ways in which you can open them as well.
That's blue eco. which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
I will be going for 100% in this playthrough. So like I said, I'm very confident. I also managed to eco myself there.
Notice
Anyways,
how
we
each
got...
blue eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
But yeah, you can break scout flies open with blue eco as well, and best thing to do...
That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
Best thing to do in Giza Rock is to just use the blue eco. It's way quicker than opening each scout fly individually, but this is a tutorial area. If you pause as well, it shows you all the power cells. There are 102 of these in the game. We've got 7 scout flies. If you couldn't tell by how the game explained, you get 7 of these, you get a power cell. And I think I've missed an orb down on the beach, because I remember there being more than 26. Yeah, I don't want to miss an orb, otherwise you'll have to go back. Yeah, 27 seems like the right number. Ooh, I somehow did a backward boost it there.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
So yeah, blue eco is also needed to open stuff like that. There's 4 types of main eco in the game that we can use.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
So there's four main types of eco. We've seen 2 of them being blue and green. Blue allows you to run faster, break stuff open, and then activate certain stuff like that. I'm surprised I even managed to jump. It also magnetizes stuff to you, so it's pretty handy. And then green eco just gives you health.
Good work. The blue eco caused the door to open. With blue eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years. Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or 1 big green one to increase your health.
For the sake of me having to explain everything, I basically have left the play hints on.
And jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
As it does a fairly good job of explaining. And then we've got this here.
We need blue eco to charge this platform up.
There's several of these in the game. This just brings you back down. Alternatively, you can just press the circle button before you get there. There we go, that's Giza Rock done. So we can either go to the Green Sage's hut, the Green Sage's hut, the Green Sage's hut, or the Green Sage's hut. After careful thinking, I think I'll go to the Green Sage's hut.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Again, for the sake of doing a playthrough, I'm going to show every single little cutscene that I wouldn't usually show. The funny thing is, you can just talk straight back to Samus.
Some brave adventurers you two are. Back already and without clearing my block eco-harvesters. They're on the far side of the beach, boys. Now, get moving!
So I want to talk about things I love, why I love this game so much. Because not only is this my favourite game, this was the first ever game I played back when I was 3 years old. And this game has no loading scenes, which is genius for a game of this time. It has witty humour, and it still holds up to this day. I won't be playing any of the sequel games, because here's the thing. This game was basically designed for kids. It was a kids game, it was perfect for a growing child to play. The second game has a major, major tone shift, and to put it lightly, I'm not really a fan of that tone shift. It's not my kind of game, so this is the only game in the series I will be playing. The other thing, I plan on doing an archipelago randomizer for this game if I manage to get 200 subscribers. Because I haven't done a 100 subscriber special, and I really should have, but I just didn't know what to do. So, if I do get to 200 subscribers, I'll do an archipelago randomizer of this game. And the other thing as well, it shows you the total number of orbs. So Giza Rock had 50, which we collected all of them. Sandover Village has another 50. You don't even have to backtrack in this game as well, except from at one point. There's only one place in the whole game you have to backtrack. If you backtrack more than once, it means you've made some errors somewhere.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
So basically, for this first area, we have 2 levels in which we can go to first. Oh, the camera kind of threw me off then. We have Forbidden Jungle, which is my personal favourite level in the whole game. And we have Sentinel Beach, which is my second favourite level in the whole game. So we've got very good choices. However, there's one level you always want to tackle first, if you're doing a vanilla playthrough. The jungle. If you go to the jungle second, or after the beach, you won't be able to 100% the beach, because you'll be missing 2... There'll be one thing that you are missing that you get in the jungle, which won't allow you to complete the beach level fully. So we'll be going to the jungle first, but that'll be in the next episode.
It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Those boxes looked blue to me, but they do have red on them, I guess.
No, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
Yeah, this game is my humour down to a T as well. I make the same terrible jokes like Daxter does. Which I guess is why I like it so much.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, But I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Right, so that's another power cell we can do, but we don't have very many orbs. In fact, we only have 50. Right, this way leads to the beach. We're just going to talk to this last NPC, and then I'll call it an episode.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute! We are not going back to Misty Island! Are we?
We will at some point. Right, anyways, I'm going to call it an episode for now. So, thank you all so much for watching this first episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and next time on Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy, we are going to head to the other side of the village and see what else needs doing then. See you guys then.